Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got this semicircle with the center O, as you can see in this given diagram, such that this chord AC is 4 times square root of 13 units, and this horizontal segment BD is 18 units, and moreover CD is the perpendicular. And now our task is to calculate the radius of this semicircle. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And please keep in mind that this figure may not be 100% true to the scale. Let's go ahead and get started. And here's our very first step, since we are going to calculate the radius of this semicircle. So I'm going to label the radius as lowercase r. And furthermore, I'm going to label this perpendicular CD as x. And now let's make an observation. We can see that this whole AB is the diameter of this semicircle. So this is going to be 2 times r. And now we know this segment BD is 18 units. So therefore, this remaining segment AD is going to be 2r minus 18. And now furthermore, we know that this OB is the radius of this semicircle. I'm going to label that one as lowercase r. And we know this whole segment is 18. So therefore, this tiny segment OD is going to be 18 minus r. And here's our next step. I'm going to connect this center O with this vertex C, as you can see in this next step. And now let's make an observation. We can see that this OC is the radius of this semicircle. So I'm going to label that one as lowercase r. And here's our next step. Let's focus on this right triangle CDA. And we are going to apply the Pythagorean theorem on this triangle. And here's our Pythagorean theorem: a square plus b square equal to c square. And in our case, our hypotenuse is 4 times square root of 13, whereas our two other legs are 2r minus 18 and lowercase x. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks in this Pythagorean formula. So we are going to write down x square plus 2r minus 18 whole square is going to be equal to the square of 4 times square root of 13 whole square. Let's simplify. We can write x square plus 2r minus 18 whole square equals to 208. And now we are going to move this term on the other side. So therefore we can write x square equals to 208 minus 2r minus 18 whole square. And I'm going to label this one as our equation number 1. And now we are going to focus on this other right triangle CDO. And we are going to apply the Pythagorean theorem on this triangle as well. And here's our Pythagorean theorem once again: a square plus b square equal to c square. And in our case, our hypotenuse is lowercase r, and our other two legs are x and 18 minus r. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks in this Pythagorean formula. So we are going to have x square plus 18 minus r whole square equal to r square. And now I'm going to move this term to the right hand side. So therefore we can write x square equals to r square minus 18 minus r whole square. And I'm going to label this one as our equation number 2. So thus we are ended up with these two equations, equation 1 and equation 2. And now we are going to compare these equations 1 and 2. And we can see the left hand sides of both of these equations are identical. So therefore we can equate the right hand sides as well. So therefore we can write 208 minus 2r minus 18 whole square is going to be equal to r square minus 18 minus r whole square. And now let's recall this famous identity. A minus b whole square could be written as a square minus 2 times ab plus b square. We are going to apply this identity on these two binomial, this binomial and this binomial as well. So therefore we can write 208 minus 4 times r square minus 72 times r plus 324 is going to be equal to r square minus 36 times r plus r square. And now we are going to distribute this negative sign, and likewise we are going to distribute this negative sign as well. So therefore we can write 208 minus 4 times r square plus 72 times r minus 324 equals to r square minus 324 plus 36 times r minus r square. And here we can see r square, negative r square are gone. Negative 324 and negative 324 are gone as well. So therefore we are ended up with 208 minus 4 times r square plus 72 times r equal to 36 times r. And now I am going to subtract 36r from both sides. This is gone. So therefore we are ended up with 208 minus 4r square plus 36 times r equals to 0. And now I am going to divide each and every term by negative 4 to make our job simple. I'm gonna divide across the board. So therefore we can write in a descending order. We can write r square for this one, and then minus 9 times r for this part, and then for this one this is going to be negative 52 equals to 0 divided by negative 4 is going to give us 0. So thus we are ended up with this quadratic equation r square minus 9r minus 52 equal to 0, and we are going to solve it by grouping and factoring. And now let's focus on this negative 9r. We are going to tweak this one. We can write this one as negative 13r plus 4 times r, and we can see 13 times 4 is going to give us 52 as well. As you can see in this next step, I have replaced this negative 9r with the negative 13r plus 4r. And we can see between first two terms r is in common, and between last two terms 4 is in common. So therefore we can write r times r minus 13 plus 4 times r minus 13 equal to 0. And here we can see r minus 13 and r minus 13, they are in common. So therefore we can write r minus 13 times r plus 4 equal to 0. And since we got these two factors equal to 0, we can separate them. We can write r minus 13 equal to 0, and the other factor r plus 4 equal to 0. For this first factor, r is going to be equal to positive 13, and for this last equation, r is going to be equal to negative 4. And now we can see r equals to negative 4 value is not possible because radius cannot be a negative number. So therefore we are going to reject this negative value of r, and we are going to accept r equals to positive 13. So thus after all the calculations and manipulations, the radius of this semicircle turns out to be 13 units. And that's our final answer. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.